What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back to another episode of KittyTheCockatoo plays Aviary Attorney. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, peck that like button, smash the notification bell to join the flock. So last time we ended up getting roped into the investigation and case of a murder trial involving, I think it was General Howl, who was part of the King's Guard, and the supposed Princess Bane, who turned out to not be the Princess Bane. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the previous episode. So now it's trial day. I'm not very confident about this trial at all, compared to the first one. Once again, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Are you feeling nervous, Falcon? Of course I'm nervous. What have we learned about Prince Juan? What do we know about the real murderer? Nothing! Easy there, Falcon. We can do this. Big Spanish music. Even we're not doing a Spanish accent because we know he's not Spanish. Senor Falcon! I trust everything is in order? Absolutely, I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial. Ah, such confidence. That's magnificent to see. And bring the truth to light, you say? An admirable goal. No more jousting at imaginary giants. All of you, cease your yammering, the door's opening. Here we go. Buena suerte. Suerte? Siata? I do not know any Spanish. Senor Falcon. I didn't do Spanish in high school. We will. Are we ready? We're ready. Are we though? Because I don't feel very ready. JayJay? Zevlin? Nervous? Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. The whole gold room is nervous. Oh, cool your feathers, Falcon. Terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But if this is how you act before the trial has even started, why you bumpers still bust your perfect. Oh, that's a different judge, isn't it? Order. Order. Let's all settle down. Court is now in session. He's been creepy. Psst, Falcon, what is it? Is it me or does the primary judge look hairier today? I mean, just a little bit. That's a different judge, the one who resided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus. Oh, still. It's a little strange, isn't it? It is a little, I suppose. Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be presiding over this case. Where is he? Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs. Suspicious. This guy's evil. He's definitely evil. But rest assured, as yours, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury, that I'm more than qualified to fill his suit. Without further ado, let's get this show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Corrido, who stands accused of murdering Major Howl and of conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call! The defense is present and ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Good, very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Well said, Your Honor. I expect that once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes. 5 minutes? He's just busy with your head, Falcon. Keep it together. So we're all on the same page. Excellent, prosecutor. Please call your first witness to the stand. God, that voice is already hurting me. Very well, I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. I call upon Inspector Justice Velarti. Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath. I can't remember what voice I gave this guy. I know it hurt, though. I swear to speak without hatred, without fear, to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, sir. Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Inspector Justice Velarti. I'm a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats. That will do, Inspector. We've already heard your monologue before. Well, Kakariko really is going for speed record, isn't he? I'm getting confused with the voices already. This is just not going well today. Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January? Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to the Revers Gallery by one of the kings for... God. 10 o'clock. This game. Did he just say o'clock? I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philip, the corpse of Major Howl with a rose in his hand, and around 2 dozen citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howl taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand, and then promptly dropping dead. And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse? The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howl died of poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howl's body. Therefore, The poisoned rose must have been the cause of death. Putting the pieces together, that seems very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions. Damn, I was hoping that the colonist would determine that the guy died from a freak out attack or something. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else must be missing the old bird's testimony. Right, I'll tell it apart. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness. Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand. I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered. This sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it for now. Go on, Falcon. Do your cross-examination. Select a statement to question. Well, I'm gonna go for poisoning because that's what it needs to determine. Inspector, you say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Howl was killed by poison. Correct. He started the signs and symptoms with textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural. How exactly was Major Howl poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism? His finger was pricked by poison rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested seeing and hearing this. Is there any possibility that he was poisoned by something else? What an absurd thing to say, JJ. You must just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning? That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't doubt that Major Howl was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause. Unbelievable! Only a total buffoon could fail to draw a blatant link here. JJ, as tempted as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end the discussion painlessly. Inspector, please tell the defense that you found traces of poison on the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubt that the rose was in fact the poison delivery mechanism, sorry. Actually, I can't tell you that. I dread to ask, but why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning, given the timing of the incident. Well then, now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvellous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there's no poison on the rose, then Prince Juan lives and he is free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies, but that's okay because the punishment would be just fitting and fitting of the crime. A marvellous suggestion. What is this? A witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. That's not how we do things. You've got to have a dig at America every time. Every time. Calm your feathers, JJ. I was clearly joking. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. Actually, we won't be able to test the rose of poison at all. Why is that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burned it to ashes. Such unprofessionalism. If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try, JJ. But for the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong, there was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison. Something the investigative police blindly overlooked. What's that? I mean, we don't want to pull that up. Do you just pull up the chocolate bar? Look at this! What am I supposed to be looking at? It is the paper wrapper to a piece of chocolate. It was found in the Louvre. The Salle de Tibet, to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident. You're not suggesting that Major Howl ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. Oh, intriguing. Pretty convincing. We gained a little favour with the jury, guys. We're doing this. See, that's Sparson's notes for you, that, like, his knowledge of chocolate and food. It's all we need in life. Did you see this wrapper at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector? No. The police force does not have the time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding unprofessionalism. The prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damned job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you myself. As you wish. I'll take my leave. Until next time is yours. So we're winning. We're winning, guys. We're winning. So, let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene. Correct. And you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident. I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be. You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Oh, I see. But you do know for certain that Major Howl consumed this chocolate. Well, that is a fact we are still investigating. I see. And you have evidence that the chocolate was in fact poisoned? Again, that is something that may require a little more time definitively to prove. So then, in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Howl consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter. That's weak even for you, JayJay. Oh god. Let's move things along. I have an update this I would like to summon. He is a man who claims to have had an excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath? Oh, it's going to be Kingfisher. He is a Kingfisher. Hello, hello, hello. Hello? Alright, the oath. I swear by hatred, I'm about here to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please state your full name and occupation for the court record. My name is Toussaint Kingsley, and I am a person who fishes. A person who fishes? So you are a fisherman? Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this. I beg your pardon. Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the Kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you are carrying a fishing rod. And? Can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look, the prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly, he must be a horse jockey. Oh, for pity's sake, fine, we can list your occupation as person who fishes, not fisherman. Thank you. Actually, why do you carry riding crops, Everin? I've never seen you ride a horse. I don't know, JayJay, why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? This is veering quite far off the course. Could the prosecution please get back to his questions? Of course. This game is too much for me sometimes. Monsieur Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident? Yes, I was sitting upon the railing of the Pont des Arts. The Pont des Arts? Oh, sorry, wrong voice. The Pont des Arts, that's the new bridge that's just a stone's throw from the Louvre's south entrance, correct? That's right. And what were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing. Psst, kingfishers. Am I right, Falcon? The racism in this game. The birdism. So, you would have plenty of opportunity to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who you saw? Well, the Louvre's a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 AM, I saw the king, Louis Philippe himself, entering the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then, around 9:30, I saw the shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance. Your Honor, I object to the witness's use of the term shifty-looking. It's vague and unbiased description. No, really, he looked super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and crackling gleefully. And then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem. Rub the stem of the rose, you say? As if he were applying something to the flower, perhaps? Well, monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate. Of course, it was wrong of me to ask a soon leading question. But yeah, definitely looked like I was putting some sort of powder on the stem. Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like we have here is a direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims that Rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes. I smell perjury. You do? No question. You saw a shitty-looking criminal ready and poisoned and cackling near the scene of the crime. That's not believable at all. I think you might be right. I wonder if I have any evidence that goes to Toussaint's story into doubt. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Really? This nonsense again? You just heard the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What is the other question? I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor. Fine. Do your thing. Go on, Falcon. Go make a fool out of yourself. This game is too much, man. Right, so. What evidence do we have, though? I guess the book page. He was reading that book, which is the same book he talked about when he was in jail, and we found that with the photographer at the other entrance. Monsieur Kingsley, you said that you were sitting upon the railings of the Pont des Arts on the morning of the incident. Yep. Is that a good fishing spot? I don't think that's the right question to go for here. Monsieur Kingsley, you had a good view of the Louvre's south entrance, didn't you? Yep. The Pont des Arts is a great vantage point for seeing the Grande Gallery south side. What about the other entrances? What about the other entrances? I keep forgetting to read the name, guys. The other entrances? You mean if you were entering from Tourist Gardens or the Place du Carousel? No, I couldn't possibly see those from areas from the bridge. But of course that isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingsley witnessed Prince Juan entering the south entrance with flower in hand, and that's what counts. What if Prince Juan didn't enter from the south entrance? What if he approached the Louvre from... Was it the gardens that we... Sorabino in? Because he was the gardener, right? Tully's Gardens to the west. That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from Tully's Gardens? As a matter of fact, yes I do. I have definitive proof that Prince Juan approached from the west, not the south. Hey, I know what I saw, Major. I'm doubtful too. Go on, JayJay. Shows us definitive proof that Prince Juan entered from the Louvre from Tully's Gardens. The pronunciation here is terrible. So I guess we go from the book page. Look at this. A book page. Page 44 of the Don Crocs, specifically. It was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance. This proves nothing. I'm not done yet. Take a look at this. Don Crocs. This is the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he had it done on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. That was the first thing I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Selwyn? The defendant was present in Tully's Gardens prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south. He could not possibly have been seen by Monsieur Kingsley from the Pont des Arts. Oh, what? I know what I saw, Monsieur. A fine fairy falcon, but maybe the defendant took it the long way around. One can still travel from Toulouse to the Louvre. I can't do the French words. I'm just like blur, just blurring them. Blah blah blah. That's what French is. Blah 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 blah. To the Louvre's south entrance by walking along the river. An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery. Let's not say silly things, Cocorico. Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation. Now you're the one who's blindly speculating. It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis. You are fond of logic, don't you, Cocorico? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page from Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre's south entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance that it would be discovered. Then he took the long way around. How dare you, the nerve of you to lecture me on such basic philosophical concepts. I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes. Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering? The ultimate point is that Poisson's testimony is fabricated, made up, a fiction. No, everything I've said is true. I suspect that the witness isn't even a fisherman. I'm not a fisherman. See, he admits it himself. That's not what I meant. Yes. I'm digging the hippo. Or the piggy mart if you speak Russian. The only Russian word I know. Prosecutor, you have something that will put this arrogant falcon in his place, don't you? I must concede. You concede? On this point at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component of Monsieur Kingsley's testimony is false. No! This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has said is that this particular witness is unreliable. But I did see something! I really did! Alright, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty fox. I might have made them sorry up. But I did see a swan looking around the south entrance on the morning of the murder. A swan? It is the swan! Do shut up, witness. Your word is murder at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say? Your Honor, Judge Romulus? We're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start on the hair vs. tortoise trial. The hair vs. the tortoise trial. This game just like slips those. Oh, I love it. It's that late already. Curses. I was hoping we could have the case wrapped up in a single trial session. It is a shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing. Yes, alright, I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damn job. Get this stupid fox conviction already. I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor. So we actually managed it. A lot came up in that trial, huh? Yeah, no doubt about that. But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingsley, lie on the witness stand? Well, it's possible that he was some bribed. That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer fattened the fisherman into making up a story about Prince Juan. Let's keep an open mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me at the trial. Definitely the judge. Judge Romulus, he's acting without a shred of professionalism. He's obviously more interested in securing the guilty verdict. Verdict? That's not even a word. Verdict! Than he is in discovering the truth. But why? Maybe he has a vendetta against Spanish royalty. I'm not so sure. There must be something else at work here. Oh no, there's like a... Oh, be the little mouse. Excuse me, Monsieur Falcon. Oh, it's not the mouse, it's him. I took a guess. I took a guess of the voice, guys, and I got it wrong. So sorry to bother you, but this letter just arrived. I think it's for you. A letter for me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office. Have you been demoted to Gulliest? That is stupid. Shush, Barrison. I do need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. Oh, good comeback. So what does the letter say, Falcon? It's a threat. A threat made with cut-out newspaper letters. Oh, I didn't know these things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon, stop your investigation, or there will be consequences. Scary. There's no question that this is a letter originated from Major Howl's murderer. He, or she, must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth. Sounds about right, but why would a person write with a cut-out newspaper letters like this? Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although, I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to. Well, still going ahead with our investigation though, right? Oh, yes, absolutely. If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter. What kind of accent have we got going on there? Like, that's not even French. They would never get any work done. Besides, it's only 3 days before the next dry session. We can't afford to be worrying about petty little things like this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Well, you're right. Let's make those days count. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to do more investigating to get to the bottom of this one. This is getting quite complicated. So, I feel like since we brought up the chocolate wrapper, that's going to come up in the case. So we need to, like, sort out the chocolate wrapper story. Oh my god, it's an elephant. What kind of voice do you do for an elephant? And the music, though. Oh, he's Belgium. I don't know how to do a Belgian accent. I've got Belgian friends as well. I think it's because it depends. So let's just go for any random accent. Welcome to Landa Hackles. Oh god. Just shoot me now. Welcome to Landa Hackleslacks Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris. I am Landa. Oh no, I don't like that voice. I am Landa Hackleslack, the founder and owner of this establishment. And I am JayJay Falcon, defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. Oh, lawyer, it's very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed of being a lawyer, but well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. It's a funny story. You see, when I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney. Falcon, you have to help me. What is it? It's a smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's the man in that alleyway to the shop. For pity's sake, restrain yourself, Sparrowson. Sparrowson, I get how you feel. That's how I feel every time I enter a chocolate shop. That's why I never go in them. Oh, but I'm Ramen, aren't I? So, are you monsieur here to buy some chocolate? Yes. No. We're actually here on business, monsieur. Business? First things first, we believe that this chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are we correct? Oh, yes. That is indeed the trademark Hackleslack wrapper for genuine Belgian Hackleslack chocolate. This was almost certainly bought from this very establishment. Very good. With that established, there is something else we wish to ask Monsieur Hackleslack. We don't want to, like, ask if it's poison. Can you tell us who put the chocolate that was contained in this wrapper, Monsieur Hackleslack? I'm afraid not, messieurs. Not just because of matters of confidentiality, although that is a factor you understand, but because I couldn't possibly know that. I thought elephants never forget. My memory is impeccable, monsieur, but you must understand I have dozens of customers a day. There are hundreds of people who could have potentially bought this particular item. So your memory is good, but you need further information. If we were to give you the description and name of a person, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you? Oh, yes, I would probably do, monsieur. Let me think. Who to ask about? See, I should have gone for a better voice for elephant. Why would we ask about them? I mean, seriously? They're not even in this case. It wouldn't be Major Howl. Do you know who I'm curious about? I mean, I think she sold did the flower. But the Kingfisher just said he saw a swan at the... I'll ask about her. Have you ever served a flower selling swan named Catherine Marie? No, monsieur. What are you thinking, Falcon? I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. If she were the chocolate fiend, then our investigation would have been much simpler. But since she's not, let me think. Who to ask about? Okay, so we know it's not her. Should we just take a chance on this guy? Have you ever served a hairy wolf in judicial robes named Judge Romulus? Yes, monsieur. Alright, have you ever served... Wait. Did you just say yes? Yes, Major. A wolf in judicial robes? I did serve a best like that a little while ago, on the 6th of January to be precise. Did he say or do anything suspicious? Not that I can recall, Monsieur. He was a pleasant fellow, big, toothy grin. I know his voice has like changed about 20 million times in this video, but my throat actually feels like it's burning. So, bought 200 grams of classic dark Belgian chocolate with custom filling. A custom filling. Some type of caramel, he provided it himself. Only unfortunately did not bring enough for me to sample. What does this mean, Falcon? Well, we shouldn't make assumptions. It may just mean that this judge liked to eat chocolate. But if the judge's purchase is related to the wrapper at the crime of the scene, then... Monsieur Hackleslack, do you think I could get a copy of Judge Frommy's receipt? I can do you one better, Monsieur. I have the original right here. I keep them for tax purposes, you understand. Is it okay for us to take it, Monsieur? Absolutely! Memorizing the receipt's contents is trivial after all. Would you look at this thing? Judge Frommy's signed it in green ink. Green ink! I knew Judge Frommy's was shady, but only truly villainous people write in green. True, green is the colour of villainy. I mean, you've seen Scar from The Lion King. Thank you very much for your time, Monsieur Hackleslack. You have been enormously helpful. I'm glad to be of service. I wish the best of luck with your case, Monsieurs. So, the judge is fishy. The judge bought chocolate and that caramel filling, we know fine well, has got poison in it. So, we know that. I think we've been everywhere else though. Should we just go here and play some cards? So what are we doing today? Playing cards until we're flat out broke? Maybe. Let's see. Select a room to investigate. Let's go to the drinking room and get drunk. Falcon and Sparrowson return to the drinking floor, but nobody appears to be interested in the conversation. God, what was the voice of this guy again? Come on, Paul! Just one more game for Jacques Noir. Absolutely not. My wallet is hurting enough as it is. Please! I'll even let you deal this time. What kind of please is that? Nonsense, no, Rufus. I'm skinned. If you want to play cards, you have to ask somebody else. Fine, I'll ask that big fellow. Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, you, monsieur. Would you care to play some Jacques Noir? Why not? Got time. Absolutely. Deal me in, monsieur. Very well. Do you know how to play? No. Nope. I'm only familiar with Sego. And Tap at the Rock. Oh, this is much better than those silly games. Let me tell you how it works. I have a deck of cards with values between 1 and 11. I deal you one card at a time. If you hit 21, you win. I give you 5 francs. At 5 francs, that seems a little steep. This is a man's game, monsieur. Only trouble gamble over petty souls. Besides, high stakes make for a more exciting game night. I suppose so. I don't want to lose money though. Is this like blackjack? Is this like the French version of blackjack? Oh god. I guess that's 10. No. Yes. Oh god, I can't remember. It tells me right there. Hit me. Oh. We'll stand there. 17 seems good. I bet this guy's a little scammer. Oh, look at that man. Look at that man. Little cheat. Unlucky, monsieur. Most unfortunate. Shall we have another round? No way. No, I think we're done. Maybe another day, monsieur. I understand. Feel free to come back anytime. At least... I guess we can waste our time there. Are you ready to hit the road? Yep, let's go. Yep, let's make a move. Because I think all we had to do was ask about the chocolate, because I feel like we did everything else. So I guess that was to give people a chance, if they missed anything, to... Oh, we've only got the options of here this time. Okay. Interesting. I'm feeling pretty confident with this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. We've still got one day until the trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre? Or maybe we could just play some cards at Le Grand Grenade de Joye. There's something wrong, Sparrowson. You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized that we are missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? Well, we know that Major Howl consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning, but we still unsure that the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate filly, Kakariko will most certainly bring that up. So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison. Well, sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson? Maybe? Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper 45 minutes ago. Oh my god, Sparrowson, no. Sparrowson! Sparrowson! Oh no, Sparrowson, don't die! Don't die, Sparrowson! Oh my god, who is this guy? Oh my god! Look at the size of that needle. Doctor, is Sparrowson okay? What voice to do for this guy?
Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed.
Thank God.
How did you say this happened again?
It's a long story. Lawyer and occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this?
I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He'll make a full assessment.
That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him. Wait.
Wait a moment, there's a matter of the bill.
We'll have to discuss that later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down.
I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands.
Poor Sparrowson. This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. Oh, who's this? Did someone say something? I don't know what voice to do. I don't know what voice to do, guys. Should we take a guess on the mouse here? Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky line to find. I told you. Oh, no, wait, it's not the mouse, clearly. I told you to drop the investigation, but you wouldn't listen. This is begin. I can't see you, monsieur. Step forward. Alright, I'll step forward. It'll be the last thing you'll ever see. Oh shit. I've arrived, JayJay Falcon. Definitely not the mouse then. What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is night time. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2, 3. See, I know some French. Did it work? Ah, Dame Cataline. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I am better than a cutie voice. Acted all innocent. And you ate the whole thing up. Shut up. I don't need to be lectured by a murderer. I'm the murderer. Why, Monsieur Falcon? It was your accusations that put Baron Regal on death row. It wasn't my fault. I love the music. Hey, where are you going? Out of the way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Cataline. It wasn't my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all of your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure, no desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JayJay. Don't call me JayJay. That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Jeez, Sparrowson, have you come to berate me too? What? No. I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up. Interesting. So, there's something going on with his grandfather. Come on, monsieur, wake up. I said wake up. You're starting to worry me. It's the fisherman. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I would find a doctor or a mortician. Ugh, my head. What accent was that? Where am I? The Ponte Art. You know, by the Louvre, in Paris, France. I just fished you out of the scene. Nearly broke my rod doing it. Wait, I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer guy. Gyro Falco or something. Well, what time is it? Actually, what day is it? You hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January and around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckon. 21st. 9 o'clock? Without the trial. I should have been at court the S's 10 minutes ago. Well, you're running late. Don't take it easy, monsieur. No, but do take it. But take it easy, monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprint it in your condition, that would be stupid. Take a seat. Get your head. I'll get you some dry clothes. No time. Wait, monsieur. At least take this before you go. What's this? A dip pen. No wait, it's a mud and fountain pen. Bone handle. Good nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, monsieur, but this isn't mine. Ready? Are you sure? You're holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this, then I suppose it has to be mine. I bet it's gonna have green ink though. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one. Hey, don't call me a fisherman! Best character. Second best character. Sparson's clearly the best character, but that's the second best. It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call. Is the defense not present? Such unprofessionalism. If there is no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now confess to the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howl and of conspiring to murder the king. Your Honour, may I have a word? Fine, but make it quick. I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual, and there is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying, but it seems somewhat rash to enter trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defence is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed and justice will be served. You're the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. The guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Your Honour, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is to prosecute, but I'm here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. That's very noble of you, but if the defence is absent, then there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I need a drink after doing this guy. I'll now talk with the jury. The defence is pleasant. Your Honour. You're too late, Falcon. Mon Dieu, JayJay, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something? Is something like that? Your Honour, we are all present. We're only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's underneath dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon has clearly no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt for court. Your Honour. But Your Honour. Rules are rules. One word out of either of you, and I shall leave you both to stop hard. Oh. It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France is here. Oh God. I don't even know what voice to do for the penguin. My voice can't take it anymore. Ew! We aren't doing the trial after all. That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. You know, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seen a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, the defence, he was late, and oh, pish-posh. France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was... God, the voices, I'm getting so confused. That was perfect, Your Majesty. JayJay, I trust you have no objection to the king testifying. No objections here. Going ahead with the trial is fine with me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of a king, would you, Your Honour? He looks so pissed. Gah! Fine! Proceed with this cursed trial. Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I can't do this anymore. God, I just gotta do it. Here's a moment that cost me breath. I think you can skip a little ahead. Perhaps your arrival at the Louvre. Oh, right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre's and south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle du Théâtre with a little fanfare. And at the Grand Gallery, I unveiled a new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howl, and well, I think you know the rest. God. Indeed, we do, Your Majesty. Mesdames and messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And it's no ordinary testimony, it's a testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I'm the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubt, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve. Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms of standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. I feel like my throat is gonna die. I just can't even do this anymore. Right, so select the question to go on. Your Majesty, you said that you passed through the Salé de Tibet even eventfully. Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at the paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallery. Alright, well, is this where we like... Oh yeah, because that's where the chocolate was found. Could you elaborate? What did you see on the Salé de Tibet? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff mostly. I meant aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, JayJay. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest. I have a reason to believe that this was a key moment in the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. Then I suppose that you'll have to proceed, Your Majesty. Alright, let me think. So there was that giant doorstop, and there was the copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else now that you ask about it. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howl was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Did I say something startling, prosecutor? No. Please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting trivial in the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan. Probably in her late teens or early 20s. A young-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was... Mademoiselle Zinji. Zinji? That sounds familiar. Why, yes, I think that was it. She was called Mademoiselle Zinji. I see. This isn't that really significant. Mademoiselle Zinji gave chocolates to Major Howl minutes before he died. No, just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to here, JayJay. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reason holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Circumstantial, my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Howl ate chocolates. Yes, that is no longer in dispute. But you still have not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift, rather than speculate that she is a murderer. Yes, yes! Shame on your defense. Implicating a poor, innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. I ought to end this trial. Hold on, I do have evidence that the chocolate was in fact poisoned. I don't believe you, JayJay. If you had a piece of evidence that was significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it. Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence for the type of evidence. Why am I not surprised? God. I can't do it. The drama is getting good. Why did you all suddenly go quiet? Oh, wait. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Well, Your Majesty, it appears that the defense just had a realization of his own. That is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since you cannot continue with the argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office and Barris and ate it. Stop, JayJay. Stop while you have a little dignity. The results of what crackpot, pseudo-scientific experiments you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until the next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. Oh, no. Did we lose this trial? Did we lose it? Did we actually... lose? Oh, wait. Objection! Sorry. I've always wanted to do that. Barrison, are you okay? Yep, the doctor said that I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I'd like to testify on that poison chocolate issue. I even got the doctor's notes, see? It's too late, the trial is over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of public prosecutor was to assist the judges. I told you, Your Honor, my job isn't to get a guilty verdict, but to ensure that justice is served. I swear you're the worst prosecutor in all of France. Go ahead, Barrison. Read the contents of the note from the court to hear. This patient, Barrison, was admitted to Salpêtrière Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These included profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed as poisoning, probably originated from the plant known as aconite, aka monkswood, aka wolfsbane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed that this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Falvet. Thank you, Sparasan. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your note and the king's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. What's the... Wait, did you say the king wasn't here? You can get his autograph later. Right. So what happens now? Do we get cross-examined by the prosecution side? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine on little annoying little Ivor bird. Tears testimony to shreds. Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that. Gas, so then what the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. This poisoned wrapper is introduced an element down to the case. The prosecution must accept that. Why do I keep pressing that button by accident? But is the level of doubt reasonable? It is significant. I think the members of the jury will agree JayJay evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous? A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, a not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Howl was killed by the chocolate. You are still making far too many assumptions. Where's the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Oh god, I got another voice today. Hello. You. As Barrow said, it's great to see you on your feet, and you have been an enormous asset to the case. But what are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness. Surprise witness. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that Kakariko liked calling surprise witnesses. So I thought we would beat him to his own game. I brought to the flower girl, Mademoiselle Sinji, that she can testify about Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Barrow's son. Just moments before you arrived, the court, established Mademoiselle Sinji as a possible suspect for this case. What? That can't be right. Sparrow-san, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you're agreeing to? I do. I've accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Sinji as a witness? No, none. Bear in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict Mademoiselle Sinji. Prosecution is my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak. No. Speak the oath. Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I swear, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Good, very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court to record. My name is Catherine Marie Sinji, and I'm a flower seller. Mademoiselle Sinji, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage entering the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed, and when they came to stop in the Salle de Tibet, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but God, a big dog by the name of Major Howl, was happy to oblige. The god died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolate. No, that can't be right. I used poison derived from monkswood, a notorious dangerous plant. As a flower seller, was simple to acquire. Why did you do it, mademoiselle? Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people. I don't believe all of that. Falcon, say something. Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, monsieur. I'm confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt, and nobody else's. Well, defense, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So wrap this court session up. No, I don't think we're finished here. I don't think she did it. I don't think she did it. No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor. Further questions? To what end? You've already proved your client's innocent. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that job with disgusting level of diligence. And nonetheless, I believe the mademoiselle has admitted something of huge importance. Importance? I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance? I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You're doing my head in. Fine. If we'll shut you up, I will let you show what magical mystery I did to the witness. I can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. Oh, what should we present, though? Did the train tickets? Because that's her name. And maybe that'll prove that she wasn't there. No, but she was there. Let's take a risk. Please take a look at these, mademoiselle. Train ticket stubs. Look at the names. Papa, Mama. In Vienna, really? Are they really safe? They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the fox. Then that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to Havre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king, except it was not of my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under the threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh. My flower business has been struggling. One day a man approached me, a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold. But I could not afford to repay his debt. Well, I attempted to bargain with the man, and he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder, and I would drop all debts. Refuse, and I would ruin me and my parents. I obliged, because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. Oh, damn. Ha! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as prosecutor, although admittedly this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They are always proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest, monsieur. Listen, Mademoiselle Zinji, I would like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge, no less, of conspiring to murder the king is absolutely accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You say that the judge lent you money. Then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof. The contract's all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later it said that I had to repay him. How convenient. Of course, the supposed contract doesn't exist. Mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, you have to do something. Do you have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Zinji? A link? Of course. Members of the court, I know for certain the Mademoiselle story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Zinji in the past. I know this because at this very moment I am holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. Oh god, what evidence is this? This is like the pen, the chocolate receipt. I think it'll be the receipt. I think you should take a look at this, Severin. Me? You don't trust it in the judge's hands? What? What is it? What does that piece of paper say? This is a receipt for a box of chocolates from Lander Huckle Slack's Chocolate Emporium on the 6th of January made out to a man named Romulus? Oh, he's shitting himself now. The writing upon the receipt is clear. A man named Romulus bought chocolates on the day before the murder. These chocolates happen to have been of the same brand and flavour of the ones that were used in the royal assassination attempt. By itself, this evidence would not be definitive. It would only suggest that the judge has something of a sweet tooth. But taken in conjunction with the mademoiselle's updated testimony, that would simply imply that the judge was directly involved in the assassination attempt. Judge Romulus, do you have anything to say about this? Yep. That receipt's not mine. I haven't stepped foot in a chocolate shop in years. You cannot be serious. The receipt is indisputable proof of your purchase. Disputable? What should be disputed? What you have there is a scrap of paper with the word Romulus scrawled on it. Is it forgery? Are there simply two men named Romulus living in Paris? I don't have a clue. What I do know is that you have nothing to prove that I was the one who sent that receipt. This is absurd. Do you want me to dig up the court documents with your signature so we can undertake a handwriting analysis? That would be possible. I believe His Honor uses... that wouldn't be possible. I believe His Honor uses a rubber stamp for signing off on official documents. That'd be correct. Well, it's no matter. I don't need the judge's signature. I already have in my possession proof that the signature of the receipt belongs to Judge Romulus. Do we? Is it the fountain pen? Fountain pen and contains green ink. Is it the fountain pen? Do we present the fountain pen? Oh, but first things first, I believe you dropped your pen, Your Honor. Oh yeah, that's fine. Thanks, I've been looking for that. I thought as much. Madames and messieurs, last night I was assaulted outside Salpêtrière Hospital. I did not see the assailant's face, but I did accidentally grab something from their garments as I was thrown into the Seine. That's why you smell fish. I wanted to say something, but I thought it might be rude. This fountain pen is the very item I grabbed. Did I say that was a man? On course of inspection, I see I must have been mistaken. Save it, Your Honor. I am not here to press the charges. What interests me most about this pen is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in colour. And as we all know, only bodies write in green. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's a rare and unusual choice of ink colour. I would venture that only a dozen people in all of Paris are arrogant enough to write in green. And I would venture that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus. So Judge Romulus lacks respect for classic penmanship. What of it? Take another look at the chocolate receipt ever in. That receipt was signed with emerald green ink. It certainly is quite a coincidence. No, there is no room for coincidence. There is no more doubt. There is only one narrative that can tie this ridiculous string of evidence together. On the 6th of January, you, Judge Romulus, bought a box of chocolates with a custom fitting. That custom filling contained poison, originating from the flowers of Mademoiselle St. a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th of January, you, Judge Romulus, leveraged that to force the girl to present the poisoned chocolates to the king. Then an idiot man by the name of Juan framed himself as the murderer in order to take the fall in Mademoiselle St. stead. You pushed for Juan's guilt by priming a witness Monsieur Toussaint, kingly. And when that failed, you pressured Mademoiselle St. to take full responsibility for the crime. That is the only narrative that makes sense. Fine, I do admit it, I do. I did it. I purchased the chocolate. I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt just so I could force her to take the fall. I just only wanted the king murdered. There's not a damn thing any of you can do about it. I'm the one who holds the gavel. I'm the one who passes the sentence. Snap my fingers. I could have each and every one of you guillotined at the palace to Austerlitz before nightfall. Who judges the judges? Who stands above me? Nobody, not even God, can condemn me when I sit so highly. Attempting to murder a king, corrupting the court, years. What an utterly repulsive individual. Don't touch me, you dirty pig. You have no authority over me. He doesn't, but I do. Take him away, Inspector. I'm not done. I'm not done with any of you. You're all guilty, you see. A revolution is coming. The rebels will ruin Paris. The king and the government will fall. The bourgeois will be slaughtered. We shall have a glorious second republic. A republic free of class, where everyone is free and equal. You know, he's not a bad guy, really. Hey, don't touch me. I can't do this voice. Just another ranting lunatic, Your Majesty. Of course, carry on, Inspector. What? What happens now? I guess I'm supposed to take over the present judge's duties. Well, given the surprising series of revelations that just took place, we believe that they're not guilty. We find the defendant Prince Juan Cornelido to be cleared of all charges. We therefore file not guilty. We did it, guys! That was a hard one. Hard on my voice. What? What happens to me now? Mademoiselle, it is clear that you were coerced, however you still played a different role in the king's assassination attempt. By all rights, you must be tried for all your crimes. I see. I cannot argue. But as it happens, due process was not followed during this trial session. Judge Romulus Furry disputed the proceedings. Consequently, I believe that most of the testimonies given during this trial session would not be seen as valid in court of law. Well, what does that mean? He's saying that you're free to go. Correct, as a prosecutor, I see no crime to prosecute. Really? Thank you so much, monsieur. And thank you, messieurs. Without your help and assurances, I don't know where I would be right now. So, are my parents really in Vienna? I think so, but you would have to ask the Fox for details. I don't know exactly what he arranged. Other than that, Judge Romulus poses no threat. I suppose your parents would be free to move back to Paris. Actually, I might follow them to Vienna. You need a holiday after all this drama? Oh, yes, but I always want to get away from here before, before the fighting starts. You mean the revolution Judge Romulus mentioned? He doesn't seem mentally stable. Pay him no mind. It's not just him, monsieur. In the streets, everyone talks of an uprising. If you were smart, you would clear out of here too. Thanks for the concern, mademoiselle. But we're far from smart, so it's the point. I mean, this person's got a point. I see. Then good luck, messieurs, and farewell. Maybe we can meet again when this is all blown over. Wait, mademoiselle, don't you want to have a quick celebrity drink? Oh, she's gone. So I guess it's just you and me and the Fox, right, Falcon? That sounds good, Sparrowson. Takes Prince Juan back to the Aviary office. I need to sort out some paperwork with Severin. Okie dokie. I suppose the congratulations are in order in covering the truth in the way that you did. It was quite a feat. Everything went far better than I could have hoped, but you have surprised me at the end with that little lie of yours. Lie? This trial's testimony are completely invalid. Bullcock. You and I both know that this trial has produced ample evidence, valid evidence for Mademoiselle, since she to be detained and tried. Even the coercion accounted for, I bet you would still be found guilty of conspiracy or accessory to murder. So why are you holding back? You know, maybe 10, maybe 5 years ago, I probably would have prosecuted Mademoiselle St. When I was fresh out of law school, I thought my role as a prosecutor was to condemn every potential criminal that came my way. I thought, if the guilty person ends up behind bars or the hanging dock, then justice has been served. But as I gained experience, I started noticing the details. The details. Extenuating circumstances, the personal considerations, the gaps in the law where even when due process is followed to the letter. Good people are punished and wrongdoers walk free. I hated it, so I changed my role. I decided I shall not strive to secure a guilty verdict, but ensure that justice is served. I could prosecute Mademoiselle Sinji, and she would definitely be convicted, but that would not serve justice. You're a good lawyer, Kakariko. Well, you're not terrible, Falcon. So maybe we need to lose some of these. Maybe that's like hinting that we should lose some of the courses. My voice, I don't think, can take any voices anymore. I must congratulate you, Senior Falcon and Senior Sparson. What am I doing? Still using that full accent. We won't even use an accent, my voice can't take it. I, of course, meant congratulations, Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparson. It's no big deal. We were just doing our jobs. No, your job ended when you proved my innocence. Everything after that was you going above and beyond your duties. Of course, I was counting you to do so. A lesser lawyer would surely have stumbled or caved in. Oh, but before I forget, your payment. And thank you, Monsieur Vulpes. This has been a strange case, but I'm glad the truth came to light. I'll see you out. Wait, Monsieur Vulpes, before you go, something's been bothering me. Why did you come to us in the first place? There are much more reputable lawyers out there who could have done a job better. Oh, more reputable than the Falcon that stands before me. Yeah, Falcon's got a sucky track record. True, he does have a mixed record, but his family name is hugely respected in the lawyering world. I chose Monsieur Falcon as my lawyer for that reason alone. Really? I've never heard of another lawyer named Falcon. Let's not go down this road, Monsieur Vulpes. I don't go by my old name for a reason. That is fair. We shouldn't be fixated on the past, should we? After all, it's already been and gone. The future is where our potential lies. That's what we should be paying attention to. A storm is approaching fast. You mean the revolution that crooked judge mentioned? Indeed. I dare say that Wolf is right. A rebellion is coming, one way or another. Listen, Monsieur Falcon. You probably have a surge of work over the coming days. You want me to dig up the dirt on anyone? Please feel free to drop by my office any time. Dig up the dirt? I'm a private investigator. It's what I do. Well, bear it in mind. Thank you, Monsieur Vulpes. Good day, messieurs. Also, we made a friend. That's pretty good. I'm going to get a drink. Seriously, Falcon? What? I was just going to ask if you wanted tea or coffee. Alright, so that's that one then. We did the trial. We've managed to prove that the fox was not guilty, and we even managed to save the swan. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see here, remember to subscribe for more Aviary Attorney. And we'll see you next time. Toodles.